Hello everyone, welcome back to Joy's Creative Finger. I've built a house above water. I've always been fascinated by the idea. I've built a house on stilts. I also was inspired by a player to put together Bora Bora, and also I built an ultra-modern mansion, so you can see where I was trying to work with pillars here and poles wrapping around it. Also, my socialite mansion had that too. Every time I had built one of those houses, this is actually what I had in mind. But your pool is not going to wrap around the pillars if they're 2 by 2 or 1 by 2. You know, the pool wouldn't go underneath the build, it'll only go around the build. But with 1 by 1 pillars, the pool goes completely underneath the house, and that is really exciting for me for a design. There is a live build right at the end, so if you want this in your town, stay tuned right towards the end. I'll go through it with you. It's very easy to put together, it really is. It doesn't look like it's easy, even in the process, but if you just follow the steps, you'll have this in your town in a matter of minutes. Now with a house like this, you want to have a great view of the outdoors, so I use this plot. I really love this plot. I don't use it often, but it's very pretty, it really is. And a mixture of windows because it gave the house a unique look. So you've got the tinted windows and then you've got the patterned windows, which are square windows, aren't they? I wish they were square and tinted, but this is what I was able to work with and I'm happy with that. Now I have an aquavator, that's what I call it, but actually it's a teleporter. And it comes from a limited time prize from way back in the game. I think something to do with Cyrus visiting your town. So if you didn't finish in time, then you wouldn't have got it, okay? But it's blue like the rest of the water around, and it fits perfectly in the 1 by 1 room or support pillar, as the case may be. So it leads right up into this entry hall. And it's just like any other house. It's just a house above water, okay? So up she comes through that little space underneath the arch, and we have a nice shag rug which she's walked across, and this is basically the hallway. Now you've got this bookshelf here. There is a window in the corner bringing light into that space. Everywhere there's a window is important. It's not decorative in this case anyway. Now there's a room right here next to the staircase that belongs to their daughter. She is not here at the moment, she's at school, and I've tried to use some of the items from the Care Bears live event in it. This is what I've chosen to do with that lovely heart-shaped window. This is basically her desk to study. Think about that. But of course she can't study with it. But in some ways it just looks like where she keeps her things and her computer. That being said, if you don't want it to be a decorative space, you can place a preteen or teen study desk here and it will fit in perfectly between her closet space, okay? Now again, I've used this chair tilted to a corner where she can sit down as well and, I don't know, text a friend or something. But yeah, this is what I've chosen to do for the space. Now I've put in this lovely keepsakes box, you know, hanging bits and bobs, the lovely teddy bear in the corner, and this is where her bed is situated with that lovely wallpaper that was my favorite from the event. Now when you come out from her room, cut across the hallway past the stairs, you work your way straight into the kitchen. It's got everything: fridge, sink, the microwave oven, and on the flip side more countertops to get your cooking done, and you've got your cooker and the extractor up top. Then you cut across into the dining and living area. I love the colors in here, I have to say. So I've got the black and the pink. This is quite something I like very much. The combination works for me. It just feels really nice. And of course, these tinted windows are quite strong, but they work in the space. You've got little decorative nooks and corners here and there. Great view of the pool, the lovely trio of plants. And then a fireplace in here. If they're above water, I'm sure they're going to want some warmth. So it's sort of like a holiday home anyway. It wouldn't be the home they live in 24/7. So what I've done is place a mirror in here, but you could put a TV here if you want. They've got television upstairs, and wrap around through into this section. You've got the bathroom, and it's a full bathroom. So their daughter can make use of this bathroom. It's got a window, and that's everything for this floor, okay? I promise it's very easy to build. The live build is towards the end. You will find it's not as complicated, and I'll talk through part of it, just part of it, okay? Ciara is going to take us up, and I was quite happy that I could fit a formal staircase, switchback staircase in here. It just makes the house feel real instead of using the spiral. There's an area to sit down here in this swing type of chair with that lovely shag rug, an art piece on the wall, the window, doors that lead out to a balcony, and on the flip side here as you come up is a nice casual seating area, another window, books, the TV. So this would be the family area that they would spend a lot of time in. This door leads to the master, and right opposite leads out to the balcony area. They would have a great view. They would spend much time out here as a family. So this is the balcony that they would share with their daughter, and they've got a great view of that area back there, which is really nice. So once you work your way back in past the stairs, you then come right into the master bedroom. So I've built together this little unit on the side. I love that chair at an angle. So that's a little area for the mum to get her makeup done. And the lights are not glitched in. They just sort of gel in with the closets. You just place them and they just stay there. Okay, so you come past that area, and right opposite the closets is where you've got the bathroom, full bathroom for mum and for dad, and of course there's a window too. So everything was placed appropriately for a reason, and it worked out brilliantly for the design for the exterior of the house, and I'm really happy about that. Ciara and Teddy have a very lovely space. Again, they've got entertainment in here. Even the daughter's room could have an entertainment area if you want. That's Teddy outside enjoying the sun. They're on holiday. And this is their bedroom, well, the bed corner. I think it's very pretty. So they've got a real nice room to stay in. Lovely balcony that belongs just to the master room, so they can spend time with their daughter across the way with the other balcony. But here, this belongs to just them, and I think it's quite lovely. Let me just stop him from what he's doing, get him to wait, and well, should have waited for partner. That's weird. Yeah, okay, well, they are friends. You have to be friends first. You have to be. Well, now that's everything for this build. I hope you like it. Yes, you will have complications if you don't have the teleporter, which is my aquavator. That being said, you are creative. If you're playing this game, you're a creative person, so I'm sure you'll come up with an idea to maybe create a platform underneath to get stairs up into this house somehow. Thank you so very much for watching, for those of you who are going to head off at this point. But I'm just giving you a little overview, and then we're going to head on into the live build. Now, I will speak for a part of the live build just to explain a few things for some of you that might find it a bit tricky, but it isn't. But I do still get a number of you who would leave messages on Facebook or even in the comments saying you didn't understand, so I will speak through that section right now. Okay, so I'm going to get started with the pools. You only need a 3 grid wide right from the bottom of the plot and from the side, 3 grid wide for the blue part. Drag it all the way down to the front of the plot. Okay, yes, it's going to cost a few simoleons, I have to say, but I still will go ahead with a live build for those of you who want it anyway. Okay, 3 grid wide all the way down to the bottom on both sides, and then I'm just going to go ahead and tidy up with the paving of choice that I have in mind. You can make your paving completely different. Now, this is the important part, very important. You need to count, and we are going to count back by 10 grids. Okay, starting at the side of the pool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now 10, place your room down into grid number 9. Okay, so that's a 1 by 2 room. Place the same room on the edge of the other pool, and go ahead and create your L shape from the bottom part of the 1 by 2 room. We'll do the same here. And right from the edge, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 9 and create a 1 by 2 room into grid number 10. Okay, we're on the reverse now. Well, the back part of the plot. Now create the L shape from the top of the room this way. Okay, do the same here and create the L shape from the top. This is important. We're on the back side of the plot now. Okay, now all we need to do is elevate this just by 2. We are going to go up to 3, but I'll just keep it at 2 for now. Okay, and one more, and then go ahead and just make your rooms, fill out the rooms, because you know it has to have an opening, an actual room, not just a black space, because we need to place our teleporter or aquavator in one of these pillars. Okay, So now we've created L-shaped rooms in the second floor. We now need to go into our basement to get started with the floor plan for the main house. Place a 1x4 room right here. Notice where I placed it on the outline for the pillars up top. Okay, and then right at that point, carry on with a room all the way down to the edge of the other L-shaped pillars. You can see them right at the edge of it. And then your 1x4 room right there in those angles. If you miss this part, you'll eventually get into a pickle somewhere in the build far on, and then you'll have to start all afresh. So make sure you get this part done, because once you miss this, you'll have to go all the way back to the foundation of your house to get it right, and that could be a real pain. Sorry. At this point, we need to now place in the ladders. Okay, because we can't fit in those switchback staircases, just to fill out the entire basement or the foundation of the house. Okay, this is what it would look like. We've got our foundation dug and ready. We've got our top hats on. We're builders, yay! This is what it looks like. So now we're going to get started with the actual house. We'll start with their daughter's room. Let's just start with a 1x4 room. And then we'll extend it further. I just need you to see exactly what's happening. So we've added 4 more grids to that, making it 5. And now we want an L shape. Okay. I don't think I've made an L. No, delete that. We want an L shape. There. There we go. So now I've done that. I'll go ahead and pull this all the way to the edge. Right there. This is what it must look like. Okay, now we want the entryway from the aquavator, and it's an L-shaped room all the way through to where we will place our switchback staircase. Then we have the family bathroom downstairs, and the kitchen is on the flip side of it. Okay, then we have the living room situated right here. That's it for this floor. But we need 1x4 situated here for the hanging window. This is what it must look like. If it doesn't look like this at this point in your build, something is wrong, and just going ahead to the end is not going to help. You need to start afresh. So now you can just elevate your house by 1 floor. Yeah, you can elevate a floating room. Just like that. Okay. And then we will go ahead and elevate the pillars as well. The L-shaped pillars. Right now they are still L-shaped pillars. I never shrunk them down, and make sure you haven't done that. Because if you had made them 1x1 pillars, then the actual build will not elevate. And I do get a lot of comments on the Facebook group saying, well, I'm trying to elevate and it won't work. And that's because you've gone ahead and made your 1x1 rooms before we needed to. Okay, so if you notice, they are still L-shaped pillars. So here we are. Now you're wondering that we've got this funny looking elevation. That's because it's an elevated or a floating room. So it looks funny. But you're just going to go ahead and place your balconies. Okay, we are placing a 3x8 balcony from this point right here. Okay, 3x8. This is what it has to look like. Okay, we're on the 3rd level, and again a 3x8 on this section. We will adjust that later. I'll explain why, but just place a 3x8 just to keep it uniform and less confusing. Now we're going to go ahead and place our rooms back into build mode, and the first room to place would be a 4x8, which is the landing that leads into a living space, isn't it? So this is where it goes, just exactly placed like that. And then we have the master bathroom, which is a 3x3. And then we have the bedroom entrance. Okay, so basically you have to come straight along as though you've built a 3x3, just like so, and continue with it. We're going to create an L-shaped room, and I just wanted to break up the process. Fill it out to this point and drag it along. Notice the shape. Don't get confused by what you're seeing on the edge here. I didn't place a room in those areas. Okay, Now, if I place a balcony here, it won't work. This is where I need to adjust this, okay? Because a balcony has to connect from a part of your house that is actually coming out from the main floor or ground of the plot. So coming from the pillar, it's now working, and I've been able to place a balcony to that point. And this is just to give the house a unique shape. Now, we are going to go ahead and reduce the rooms. If you reduce it from the bottom, it won't work. So you come up to your second floor and then cut your room across that way. And again. Okay? We're now creating our 1x1 pillars. So just reduce the room. This to me is the easiest glitch ever. You don't really manipulate the game. You don't do anything at all. You don't have to create any extra steps, to be honest. It's fantastic. But it's not official, and that's just, oh, womp womp. I don't know. So there we are. Now, when you do this and you take a look at your build, you still see a funny, shape at the top here. Very easy to fix. Just go back down next to one of the pillars. Try and create a room where it will allow you. But don't accept the room. Just cancel it. That's all. And now our build is coming together. I mean, it's done. It's complete. I'll go ahead and just tidy up the balconies. Okay. I'm in the wrong section. I'm in floors. Sorry. I need balcony paving. There. Alright. Now we're going to finish off with the pools. We want to now finish off, and this again is a tricky one. So just follow the step exactly as I do. Drag it in, and pull it down to the end as far as it'll go. Do the same on the other side. Create a pool right in the middle. Drag it in by one, drag it in by one. Done. Now we've got the basement to get rid of. Okay. Just delete the room. You don't have to go through taking out those stairs one after the other. That would be tedious, and there's no reason for that. And this is what you have. The house on its own will stand on a small plot. Remember that. It will fit on a small plot. But if you're going to have the wraparound pool, you're going to need a big plot. Now we're going to create the pool that goes underneath. Start your pool from this point and drag in to that point. Do the same down here. At this point, pull it in. And then anywhere in the center, catch a point from edge to edge, and then drag it in to the existing pools all the way to the end, and you'll have no gaps, no land, just pillars into the water. I've always wanted to do this, and now I can because of these 1x1 pillars. Have your pool completely wrap around and have your house floating above water, because previously I would have to use the blue gym mats to create the illusion that water was underneath the build. That's what I did with the Bora Bora builds, but this time I've got the look I've always wanted. And yeah, the 1x1 pillar is not official, so this is why I do the live build. So if you're watching in real time, then you can do this. But otherwise, if you are watching, say, in the future, maybe a year from now, then maybe 1x1 pillars is not a thing in the game anymore. So that's your answer right there. That's if you're watching to this point in this video, so you wouldn't hear this. But yes, I'm done. And I'm just going to go ahead, wrap it up a little, put in the doors, put in the windows for those of you who want to see where they go. You can refer to the live tour, which is just, a few minutes earlier than this point in the video, and see where things are placed. Otherwise, for some of you who have left comments and said, well, at least put the windows in, don't just put the shell, put the windows in. I'm going to do that right now. I've put in the stairs, the elevation from the water with the teleporter, and yeah, I'm just going to put the doors in for you at this point. Thank you so very much for watching, and if you choose to recreate this in your town, and you must do because you're watching at this point, then don't forget to use the hashtag JCfinger when uploading it to any social media platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and so on. I'll be grateful for that. And I will see you again soon in the next video. Don't forget to put up pictures on our Facebook group. If you recreate it, let me see what you've done. And it's going to be even more interesting for those of you who don't have the teleporter. I would love to see what you did differently to have your Sims be able to walk up into this house, or swim up into this house, or fly up into this house. I don't know. I want to see what different colors you're going to use, what different paving, I don't know, balconies, I don't know. But it's nice to see the house look like something else. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon in the next video. Take care. Bye.